A single breast key rests beside a fading stain. It does not open much, but it remembers rain. I stare in the dark ceramic, waiting for a spark, tracing small circles through the silence in the dark. 20-something promises floating in the steam, trading heavy sleep just to build a distant dream. The sub bass throbs somewhere down the hall, a quiet rhythm pulsing through the plaster wall. I count the seconds till the beat takes full control. Pouring all my vision into every empty hole. Running on midnight, velvet and low sub bass, trying to claim a future in this crowded space. If the light avoids me when the morning comes around, I will keep singing to the shadows on the ground. This youth is a fever, a slow burn deep inside. Nowhere left to run, nowhere left to hide. Yeah, the city hums outside the glass in neon green, while I rewrite the meaning of the things I have seen. A silver coin sitting on a pile of unpaid dues. Every risk I take is a choice I had to choose. My thumb moves slow across the brass edge on the wood, knowing I am standing where I always said I would. The sub bass throbs somewhere down the hall, a quiet rhythm pulsing through the plaster wall. I count the seconds till the beat takes full control. Pouring all my vision into every empty hole. Running on midnight, velvet and low sub bass, trying to claim a future in this crowded space. If the light avoids me when the morning comes around, I will keep singing to the shadows on the ground. This youth is a fever, a slow burn deep inside. Nowhere left to run, nowhere left to hide. They told me time was currency, I spent it all on hope, walking through the dark without a safety rope. Every drop of sweat is a down payment on my name. I did not choose the silence, I just learned the game. The key stays cold against my fingertip, taking one last quiet sip. The sub bass fades out low, still a long way left to go, just a blueprint on a scratch table. A passing baseline rattles a storm drain outside your narrow window. You sit on the edge of the mattress with blue light glowing on your palms. Another shift ended at midnight, another dream deferred till Sunday. I watch you trace the cracks in the plaster, counting the hours you traded away. You used to talk about burning the city down, yeah, with just a laptop and a vision. Now you just stare at the screen, waiting for a break in the noise. The bass rolls in from the avenue, pulling us back to life. Take off the heavy coat you carry everywhere. We still have miles left under these worn out sneakers. Run through the rhythm of the city night with me. Your vision was never meant to freeze inside this small room. Even when the deep bass fades into the pavement, I see the fire you keep tucked behind your quiet eyes, yeah. You are bigger than the bills on the kitchen table. You are higher than the high rises blocking out the dark. The delivery engine purrs at the curb below your balcony. Steam rises off the wet asphalt while you sip cold instant tea. Remember when we swore we would never get caught in the 40-hour cycle? Your fingers tap out of tempo against the chip wooden frame. You think you lost the spark, but it is only resting in the shadow. I hear the beat inside your breathing, louder than the traffic outside. A bass rolls in from the avenue, pulling us back to life. Take off the heavy coat you carry everywhere. We still have miles left under these worn out sneakers. Run through the rhythm of city night with me. Your vision was never meant to freeze inside the small room. Even when the D-bass fades into the pavement, I see the fire you keep tucked behind your quiet eyes. You are bigger than the bills on the kitchen table. Ooh. You are higher than the high rises blocking out the dark. Drop the low frequency into your chest. Let the trap snare snap every doubt you held today. We are 20-something and exhausted, but the track is still playing. Step out onto the fire, escape and breathe the midnight air. I will hold the light while you rewrite the ending. Listen to the street below us humming your name. Keep walking forward, keep the bass alive in your heart. I am standing right next to you. Burnt cinnamon drifts through the alleyway rain as Maya leans over her glowing glass lane. The scent of wet asphalt and dark roast beans fills up the kitchen of 20-something dreams. She clocks out at midnight with the grease-stained sleeve, holding a sketchbook she refuses to leave. Her sneakers hit puddles where streetlights explode, carrying vision down an empty bus road. The sub-bass reverberates deep in the chest, the low-frequency rhythm that refuses to rest. 500 miles from the hometown she knew, chasing the canvas painted midnight blue. She builds a sky out of LED thread, living the life that was trapped in her head. Through deep house tempo and 4 on the floor thumps. She runs through the dark till her heart rate jumps. Youth isn't lost when the darkness arrives. It lives in the neon where passion survives. A stranger sits near her on the late night train. Cold coffee, vapor mixing in with the rain. His headphones leak scent loops and traps so bounce, counting every second that the beat counts down. Two quiet dreamers in the silver car light, carving out a purpose from the edge of the night. The sub-bass reverberates deep in their chest, the low frequency rhythm that refuses to rest. 500 miles from the hometowns they knew, chasing the canvas painted midnight blue. She builds a sky out of LED thread, living the life that was trapped in her head. Through deep house tempo and 4 on the floor thumps. She runs through the dark till her heart rate jumps. Youth isn't lost when the darkness arrives. It lives in the neon where passion survives. The smell of cold ozone when the doors slide wide. 1,000 hungry souls with nothing left to hide. They don't ask permission to bloom in the street, just a warm kick drum and a steady heartbeat. Burnt cinnamon fades as the night turns cold. Another quiet story waiting to be told. She opens up her book as the train speeds through and paints her whole world in midnight blue. A sudden question breaks the room. The silent apartment holds its breath in the dark. A digital clock glows sighing against dusty glass. A cold glass of water rests untouched on the bedside shelf. Out the high-rise window, red taillights trail down the expressway. We stand frozen in the frame while the city hums below. Low sub-bass hums through the floorboards. Shadows stretch long across the polished concrete. You lean against the balcony railing. Screen light washing over your skin. We are chasing a vision built from midnight air. A cinematic pulse drives beneath our feet. The midnight city sparkles like a circuit board in bloom. Two young silhouettes catching fire against the glass. We trade our sleep for promises we mean to keep. Riding riding this heavy tempo down the endless avenue. Lens flare catches on wet asphalt down in the alley. A blue neon sign flickers across your leather sleeve. Steam rises from the grate in rhythm with the kick drum. You frame the skyline with your thumb and fingers, capturing a youth that refuses to freeze or fade. Low sub bass hums through the floorboards. Shadows stretch long across the polished concrete. You lean against the balcony rail and screen light washing over your skin. We are chasing a vision built from midnight air. A cinematic pulse drives beneath our feet. The midnight city sparkles like a circuit board in bloom. Two young silhouettes catching fire against the glass. We trade our sleep for promises we mean to keep. Riding this heavy tempo down the endless avenue. Slow zoom into the glowing horizon. Thousands of windows holding thousands of unwritten scenes. No script but quiet for where this night takes us. Just a rhythmic thud of the bass moving through the chill. Every frame a story. Every breath a spark. Tail lights blur into the mist. The fog rolls over the downtown bridges. A quiet frame frozen right before the shift. We keep moving, still moving through the dark. Where does the ambition go when we fall asleep? It hangs above my bed like static on the view screen. Cold tea sitting on the glass table. Tick of the digital clock pulsing through my wrist. 26 years old and I still search for proof of who I am. Sub bass humming somewhere through the floorboards. Are we living up? Just collecting hours in the dark. I trace the glow on my phone screen, light images flicking past in quick succession. Validation at 3 in the morning. A phantom high that never really stays. We build castles out of late night thoughts, trying to outrun the shadow of our youth. Every unsaid dream floating in the dark, dancing with the questions that have no answers. We keep moving till the beat dissolves, looking for a future in a heavy room. Neon reflecting off my damp jacket sleeve. Taxi passing by, red tail lights cutting through the fog. Did I choose this path or did it choose me? Thoughts colliding like raindrops on a high-rise window. A friend's message unread for 3 whole days. I wanna give everything but I hold back my breath. You feels like a rented suit that doesn't quite fit. We build castles out of late night thoughts, trying to outrun the shadow of our youth. Every unsaid dream floating in the dark, dancing with the questions that have no answers. We keep moving till the beat dissolves, looking for a future in a heavy room. Filter keys playing a major chord in a minor song. Pressure building up in the center of my chest. What if the summit is just another empty view? Still we climb, still we reach, still we bleed for it. Let the bass hit, let the thought linger. Where does it go, 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 go? No answer in the room, just a low frequency vibration. Just us breathing into the dark, chasing tomorrow before tonight ends. The wooden chair, dig heavy in carpet, when 19 years of silence used to press. You're staring at the dark screen of a laptop, trying to make a future out of a guess. Your knees are shaking under cheap veneer. You think you're failing every test this year. Deep bass kicking through your headphones now. You don't know when or where or how. Just hold the pulse inside your chest. Stop giving all your sleep away for rest. If I could lean across the midnight air, I tell you that the noise becomes a song. The fear you carry in that heavy chair was only teaching you where you belong. Keep writing down those broken lines. We make it out on better time. I see your thumb press hard against your temple, counting up the dollars in your phone. You thought the road to living would be simple. Instead you're building castles on your own. That static in your head is just the start. A low synthesizer playing in your heart. Deep bass kicking through your headphones now. You don't know when or where or how. Just hold the pulse inside your chest. Stop giving all your sleep away for rest. If I could lean across the midnight air, I tell you that the noise becomes a song. The fear you carry in that heavy chair was only teaching you where you belong. Keep writing down those broken lines. We make it out on better time. You hated how the floorboards used to creak. You thought your voice was way too soft to speak. But every late night loop you saved back then is playing for thousands now and again. So loosen up your shoulders, let it go. The seeds you planted under winter snow. Get up off that heavy seat. Listen to the kick drum beat. You made it through. I promise you we made it through. Demons in a spell settles across the glass table. You sit 2 stools over, staring at a lukewarm drink. The bass hits slow through floorboards, heavy and stable. You turn to me and ask if I ever stop to think about where the years went while we were making plans. I watch the ice cubes slowly melting in my hands. 2 strangers breathing in this heavy 808 tone. We talk about the dreams we left back home. You say the city's the braver life. I tell you we are still trying to survive. Underneath this moody glow we trade our secret fears, dancing on the edge of what we wanted all these years. Deep house beats keeping time inside the quiet space. You tell me dreaming isn't tied to any place. Youth is just a fire that we keep between the dark. 2 lost souls waiting for a spark. Ultraviolet shadows stretch across your one coat. You talk about a passport full of missing stamps. I tell you how I almost let my vision float away beneath the flicker of street lamp lamps. We laugh at how we both ran broke at 24, staring at the ceiling wanting something more. 2 strangers breathing in this heavy 808 tone. We talk about the dreams we left back home. You say the city's the braver life. I tell you we are still trying to survive. Underneath this moody glow we trade our secret fears, dancing on the edge of what we wanted all these years. Deep house beats keeping time inside the quiet space. You tell me dreaming isn't tied to any place. Youth is just a fire that we keep between the dark. 2 lost souls waiting for a spark. The kick drum thumps slow, a heartbeat in the dark room. You pull out a napkin and draw a crooked coast, saying youth isn't flowers, it's learning how to bloom. Even when you feel like a ghost, when you pay your tap, stand up and walk away, leaving me with words I needed for the day. My gentle light fades slowly into amber glow, a stranger's quiet voice telling me to grow. Keep chasing the fire, keep chasing the spark, still dancing in the dark. Your words from yesterday keep looping inside this quiet room. You told me ambition was just a bad habit we picked up too soon. A cold ceramic mug sits stained beside the synthesizer rack. A flickering street light reflects off the wet pavement out back. Two bus tickets tucked inside the lining of my denim coat. A line I half remember, lyrics scribbled on a sticky note. We watched the red light on the smoke detector blink 4 times a minute, trying to figure out if there is any real magic left in it. A chip blue plate, a half-burned candle wick, the studio clock that ticks a little bit too quick. Every tiny observation collecting like dust on the floor. We keep asking ourselves what we are saving these moments for. In the middle of the deep house crew, we list the things we keep: a pair of scuffed sneakers and a phone that never goes to sleep. Small observations holding us together in the dark, building a whole future out of one persistent spark. Just simple little pieces when the heavy bass starts to drop. We keep dreaming even when the world tells us to stop. You left your silver ring right beside the soundboard volume slider. An unpaid electric bill held down by a cheap plastic lighter. The smell of rain drifting through the cracked window frame. Someone carved 3 initials into the elevator panel frame. A half-eaten slice of pizza on the cardboard box by the door. We swear every passing night makes us want something more. In the middle of the deep house crew, we list the things we keep: a pair of scuffed sneakers and the phone that never goes to sleep. Small observations holding us together in the dark, building a whole future out of one persistent spark. Just simple little pieces when the heavy bass starts to drop. We keep dreaming even when the world tells us to stop. The way your shadow stretches when the ambient studio lights fade out. The quiet hum of the amplifier before the room begins to shout. It is never the giant leap that saves us from falling down. It is this list of tiny things we scattered all across this town. Your words from yesterday still hanging in the air. An 808 kick drumming soft against the chair. Cold tea, warm bass, 4 walls, brand new dream. Nothing is ever as far away as it used to seem. Coarse cotton fibers scrape against my thumb. The ribbed sleeve worn down to a thread, and suddenly I am 19 again, sitting on the floor in the basement room, spilling cold coffee over handwritten sheets, chasing the high we had not named yet. The sub bass rattles through the floorboards. Back then we had nothing in our pockets but a heavy vision. I press my fingertips into the woven seam, and every forgotten promise comes rushing back. We were running through the low light, drowning in the middle of a 4x4 poles, trading sleep for something that will last. Every step heavy denim jacket tossed over the amp. You were tuning that old synth till your fingers bled. We thought 200 plays meant we made it big. I touched the freight cuff, now in the quiet VIP, looking at the city lights through tinted glass, wondering if the fire survived the climb. The sub bass rattles through the floorboards. Back then we had nothing in our pockets but a heavy vision. I pressed my fingertips into the woven seam, and every forgotten promise comes rushing back. We were running through the low light, drowning in the middle of a 4x4 poles, trading sleep for something that would last. Every stitch of who I used to be was pulling me backward into the groove. We were young, we were broke, we were right. The room swings slow in 85 BPM. Memory hits like a snare in an empty hall. I thought success would erase the ache, but the texture under my skin still remembers the night we swore we would never bend. Static on worn cotton, holding the remnant of a former dream. The kick drum settles down, the weave holds tight, still running through the low light. Low light. The digital The digital 0412 flashes green above my bed, or sub-bass hums inside my chest like things unsaid. I close my eyes and suddenly the hallway stretches out to a penthouse stage where nobody can trace my early doubt. Silks in dark obsidian, a skyline made of glass. Everything we traded sleepless nights for came to pass. I can see the stage lights waiting in the fog, every entry written in a forgotten log. Yeah, the four on the floor, beating through the floor. We are not standing outside waiting anymore. 10 years down the line, I feel the velvet air, wearing custom satin with no burdens left to bear. Bassline drops so smooth it turns the dark to liquid gold, living out the promise that our younger selves foretold. Every midnight hour was a payment on the dream. Now we are floating higher than we ever thought we would see. 1,400 square feet overlooking harbor light, champagne on the counter from those studio late nights. Hi-hats clicking rhythm while the 808s resonate deep. We paid off every promise that we swore we would keep. No more counting change inside a midnight corner store, just the quiet confidence of knowing there is more. I can see the stage lights waiting in the fog, every entry written in the forgotten log. Yeah, the four on the floor, beating through the floor. We are not standing outside waiting anymore. 10 years down the line, I feel the velvet air, wearing custom satin with no burdens left to bear. Bassline drops so smooth it turns the dark to liquid gold, living out the promise that our younger selves foretold. Every midnight hour was a payment on the dream. Now we are floating higher than we ever thought we would seem. It is a projection playing clear behind my eyelids now. We did not know the timeline, but we understood the how. The pulse goes steady, kick drum driving through the dark. A single glowing future spark from one small desperate spark. Yeah. The 0412 still flickers on the wall. I lock the vision in and stand up tall. Deep bass rolling heartbeat matching beat. The future sits right here beneath my feet. A chip guitar pick catches lamplight, scratch blue plastic lying flat against the oak. I count the beats inside my chest tonight, filtering the silence through this heavy smoke. Every late hour promises a shift, a sudden turn, a spark to clear the air. You Here I sit inside a steady drift, waiting for a promise that was never there. Sub-bass humming through the floorboards low, reminding me how fast the seasons go. I traded comfort for a distant sky, staring at my hands and asking why. I am chasing something deeper than the glow, running through the echoes that I used to know. If the weight is heavy, let it press my chest. I would rather burn and take a quiet breath. Filtered house drums pulse beneath my skin. This is where my second life begins. The glass turns cold beside my unread books, 100 saved drafts I will never send. I ignore the mirror and its heavy looks, wondering how long I can pretend. My 20-something hands are made of clay, shaping a tomorrow out of yesterday. Drop the tempo, let the synth pad swell. There is a courage that I refuse to sell. Not every quiet midnight means defeat. I feel the traction under moving feet. The pick stays still on the dark wood. My pulse moves faster than it ever could. I take the room, I keep the shot. Air brakes hiss against the damn curb outside your window. You count the seconds while the city holds its breath. 2 years of demo tracks buried in your desktop folder, and you still wonder if you are allowed to ask for more. You pull your hoodie tight against the chill. I watch you trace the hairline cracks along the kitchen tile. The sub-bass vibrates through the floorboards down below. You keep your silence like a secret you cannot afford to sell. The world is moving faster than our tired feet, but I am right here standing in the smoke with you. Run your fingers down the fader until the kick drum hits. We built these promises on cheap coffee and midnight rain. You do not have to carry every shadow on your own tonight. If the light turns red, we break the pace together. You are still the dream we swore we would not leave behind. The neon sign across the avenue flickers twice and dies. You tell me how you almost gave up on the mixing desk last week. All those rejection letters stacked inside your coat pocket, they do not define the rhythm beating in your ribs. We traded sleep for something that could outlast the night. The sub-bass vibrates through the floorboards down below. You keep your silence like a secret you cannot afford to sell. The world is moving faster than our tired feet, but I am right here standing in the smoke with you. Run your fingers down the fader until the kick drum hits. We built these promises on cheap coffee and midnight rain. You do not have to carry every shadow on your own tonight. If the light turns red, we break the pace together. You are still the dream we swore we would not leave behind. Let the four on the floor kick sweep the doubts away. You were never meant to fit inside their quiet rooms. Listen closely to the snare echo across the alleyway. Youth is not a deadline ticking down to zero. It is every breath you take before the chorus drops. Whenever you decide to step outside, I will be waiting by the corner, speaker stack. Keep your head up, my friend. The music is just getting started. Burnt sugar and diesel exhaust drifting through the narrow glass door of the late diner shift. She ties her hair back back with the fingers feeling cold, trading the 20-something hours for gold. He sits in the corner with bass in his ear, mixing the track that nobody will hear, until the sub bass rattles the floor. Two kids believing there is something much more. They measure their lives by the pulse and the beat, counting the street like flashes down on the street. The city is heavy, the rent is not paid, but they keep every promise that nobody made. She wants the neon, he wants the sound, chasing the high that has not been found, running on late night promises made in the dark. Trying to turn a small ember into a spark. If the rhythm does not break, then the morning will try. Two young dreamers learning to fly. Stale lavender lotion and warm copper wire. He splices a cable and feeds his desire. She checks every table and wipes off the dust, learning which shadows are worthy of trust. Her notebooks are packed with the songs in her head. His hard drive is full of the words left unsaid. They measure their lives by the pulse and the beat, counting the street that flashes down on the street. The city is heavy, the rent is not paid, but they keep every promise that nobody made. She wants the neon, he wants the sound, chasing the high that has not been found, running on late night promises made in the dark. Ooh, trying to turn a small ember into a spark. If the rhythm does not break, then the morning will try. Two young dreamers learning to fly. Ooh, ooh, ooh. On the floor, kick hits in the chest, a heart rate that never knows how to rest. He drops the fader, she turns out the light. Two parallel lives colliding tonight. No safety net hanging under the wire, just youth in the heat of an unquenched fire. Burnt sugar remains in the chill of the street. They follow the kick drum, they follow the beat. Her shadow left first, but she follows it now. They will make it out somewhere, somehow, somehow, somehow. Yeah, yeah. Silence hangs thick inside the studio until a sudden realization shatters the stillness. What if every hour spent here is just a phantom delay? The neon monitor flickers in pale cyan, reflecting off a warm cup of forgotten tea. Subwoofer vibrates at 35 hertz, a slow pulse spreading through the hardwood floor, framing a shadow that refuses to move. The dust motes float in the beam of the desktop projector. Fingers slide across the pitch wheel, setting the tempo at 124. We trade early tomorrows for late night mixdowns, watching the audio waves stack like skyscraper glass. Rather low end out into the open night taillights, painting streaks across the wet asphalt. 20-something heartbeats syncing with the hi-hat pattern. We are running fast just to keep the image sharp, catching a vision inside the heavy bassline, where the dream stays alive before the daylight hits. Yeah. Camera tilts down to worn leather sneakers, tapping the foot on the floor, rhythm against the desk. A notebook covered in crossed out lines, rest open. Synthesizer pass swell like fog over the harbor. The bass line drops heavy and warm, sweeping through the room like a quiet storm, capturing youth in a single compressed frequency. Dust motes float in the beam of a desktop projector. Fingers slide across the pitch wheel, setting the tempo at 124. We trade early tomorrows for late night mixdowns, watching the audio waves stack like skyscraper glass. Rather low end out into the open night taillights, painting streaks across the wet asphalt. 20-something heartbeats syncing with the hi-hat pattern. We are running fast just to keep the image sharp, catching the vision inside the heavy bassline, where the dream stays alive before the building the soundtrack. The faders slide down slowly, one by one. Red LEDs fade out into total dark. Only the heartbeat of the sub remains, holding the vision until the morning comes. Holding the vision in the static air. How does a promise twist after 3 years of dust? Subway cars swaying, reflection in the dark glass, moving faster than my thoughts. 30,000 hours spent chasing the frequency I cannot name yet. Low end hums in my chest, quarter notes falling like cold rain on hot asphalt. I wrote 500 lines on rent receipts that I ended up throwing away. Someone is laughing 3 doors down, or maybe that is just a screen left on. Is it ambition or panic that makes my fingers twitch at 3 in the morning? The bassline pulls the floor away. I am 20-something floating in the mix, waiting for the swell. Every turn signal blinking in sync with my pulse. Are we running towards something real, or just fleeing the silence? Stream of light, stream of sound, lost inside the temple now. Building castles out of sense that melt before the sun gets high. We wanted everything, we signed our names in smoke on foggy glass. If the dream is just a loop, why do I keep turning it up? Why do I keep turning it up? Coffee cups stacked like towers that might fall if I breathe too loud. Got a friend who moved to Chicago, got a friend who gave up the bass. I am still here tweaking the cutout filter on a pad that sounds like swimming underwater. Maybe youth is not a time, maybe it is just a room with too many doors left open. Cold air against my knuckles from the window crack. Did I miss the turn 3 blocks back, or was there never a map? Stream of light, stream of sound, lost inside the temple now. Building castles out of sense that melt before the sun gets high. We wanted everything, we signed our names in smoke on foggy glass. If the dream is just a loop, why do I keep turning it up? Why do I keep turning it up? Filter sweeps up, hot hats flutter like nervous heartbeats in a crowded hallway. I see myself at 22 asking if this was worth the wait. No answer comes back, just the 4 on the floor, kicking through the floorboards. Just the 4 on the floor, making peace with the mystery. Let it wash over, let the drop take the burden for a minute. Still no answer in the reverb tails, just a kick drum steady and warm. 20-something drifting through the frequency, just turning it up. Fade out into the low end. This swivel seat presses heavy down into the faded floorboards. You sit there with your chin on your chest, counting every hour till dawn. I am typing this message back to the kid who thought failure meant the end. You believe nobody heard a beat dropping inside your chest, but every quiet night was paying off a day you didn't know you owed. The low end rattles through the frame beneath your thighs. You were terrified of taking up too much space in this life, drowning in the fear of missing every single turn. Look at how far we pushed through the quiet burn. Don't hold your breath, your heartbeat. The room you're sitting in is just a stepping stone. Every hour in that heavy chair was teaching us to float. We made it out of the cold, we made it into the glow. I remember how that iron frame dug deep into your spine. You stared at blank screens, praying for a spark to light the dark. You thought staying late, man, you were falling behind the world. If I could reach across the years and touch your tired hands, I'd show you that the silence was just setting up the bed. The low end rattles through the frame beneath your thighs. You were terrified of taking up too much space in this life, drowning in the fear of missing every single turn. Look at how far we pushed through the quiet burn. Don't hold your breath, young heartbeat. The room you're sitting in is just a stepping stone. Every hour in that heavy chair was teaching us to float. We made it out of the cold, we made it into the glow. From 80 BPM up to 120, the house beat pulses where your anxiety used to sink. You were right in the outline with the crooked posture. Every lonely evening was turning into momentum. Ease your posture now. The chair isn't heavy anymore. You carried us through the dark 16. We made it home. Subduco bar wash bleeds across the floorboards where we stand. You stare at the dryer spinning circle after circle in the back. You ask me if I think our 20s were just a cruel test run. I pull my hood up against the damp midnight draft. You say your art degree sits in a dusty cardboard tube behind your sofa. You say you used to dream of painting giant murals across Berlin. The slow 808 thuds through my worn sneakers, a deep house basin like a heart in recovery. You lean against the folding table and smile real quiet. We are two ghosts trading secrets while the rest of the city sleeps. Don't let the fire turn to gray ashes just yet. We spent 4 whole years chasing hollow shadows on a screen. If you take the first step off this concrete ledge tonight, I promise I will remember what you swore to in the dark. Hold the vision tight before the sunlight steals it back. We still have miles to run before the blue turns into white. You tell me you work 40 hours answering corporate calls. Your cadence dips into trap rhythms heavy with resentment. I tell you I spend every evening composing synth loops nobody hears. You laugh, a soft resonant sound cutting through the spin cycle. You say at least you're building something real out of air. You hand me a crumpled paper cup filled with black coffee. The bass drops low inside my headphones, hanging around my neck. Fall on the floor, kick beating steady time against our youth. You look out at the rain slick street through dirty glass. We are two dreamers waiting for the beat to finally kick back in. Don't let the fire turn to gray ashes just yet. We spent 4 whole years chasing hollow shadows on a screen. If you take the first step off this concrete ledge tonight, I promise I will remember what you swore to in the dark. Hold the vision tight before the sunlight steals it back. We still have miles to run before the blue turns into white. You pull out a worn leather notebook filled with charcoal sketches, architectural domes and impossible bridges suspended in midair. You ask if I believe anyone will ever care about these lines. I look you in the eyes and tell you I care right now. That is how every real revolution starts. One stranger listening to another. Don't let the fire turn to gray ashes just yet. We spent 4 whole years chasing hollow shadows on a screen. If you take the first step off this concrete ledge tonight, I promise I will remember what you swore to in the dark. Hold the vision tight before the sunlight steals it back. We still have miles to run before the blue turns into white. The dryer clicks off into complete silence. Your folded clothes are warm against your chest. You walk out into the indigo street without leaving a name. Keep building those impossible bridges I will keep writing the soundtrack. Yeah, you said I worry too much about small things. A yellow bus pass tucked inside my shoe. Yeah, be missed calls from a temp agency manager. Cold coffee rings resting on the venue floor. The left headphone wire hanging loose and silent. Yeah, you said tomorrow wouldn't wait for permission. I watch a neon sign flicker out across the street. Salt on my collar from a sprint through rain. A 40% tag on a coat I cannot buy. We gather up these microscopic moments, hoping they add up to something like a future. 4-beat kick, thumping like beneath the floorboard. Sub bass rolling through the empty station hall. We are living inside the spaces between the lines. A chipped blue mug and a list of half-filled dreams. Every tiny detail holding up the sky tonight. Oh, we keep walking even when the soles wear thin. A cracked phone screen displaying 3 unread drafts. Half-eaten pizza on top of a speaker box. A ringtone chiming at 3 in the afternoon. Yeah. A green light turned red before we crossed the lane. Dust motes floating in the glow of my laptop screen. A silver wrist chain caught on a loose thread. You said yesterday that youth was just a lone. Dry air blowing from the subway grate. A thumbprint smudge across a silver watch face. We stack these tiny pieces side by side, hoping they add up to a life we recognize. 4-beat kick, thumping like beneath the floorboards of bass rolling through the empty station hall. We are living inside the spaces between the lines. A chipped blue mug and a list of half-filled dreams. Every tiny detail holding up the sky tonight. We keep walking even when the soles wear thin. The faint smell of ozone on the train platform. A loose button sliding around inside my pocket. You told me to stop counting what we lost, so I count the street lamps lighting up our way instead. One for the ambition, one for the rent check, one for the promise that we made in the stairwell. A flickering hall light on the top floor. Cold tap water running through my hands. You say yesterday, I hold it today. Small things, small dreams, moving in the dark. Yeah. Freight quarter art ridges pressed into palms, releasing the scent of stores, cedar and rain. I trace the worn hem of this thrift store jacket, and sudden low frequencies open the frame. 19 years old with the demo on tape, believing the highway was ours for the taking. The fall on the floor beat pulls back the curtain. Suddenly we are back in that damn basement hall, shouting our futures over the kick drum, writing our secrets directly on the wall. We were chasers of low frequency dreams, running through shadows on quarter no ticks, bleeding our hearts in a 90 BPM scene, believing that passion was something that sticks. And now the surface rolls over the floor, and I am 19 in this jacket once more. Slick satin lining feels cold on my neck, where your hands used to with just the one collar. We traded our sleep for a studio check, pawned every watch for a handful of dollars. The flashback hits hard as the hi-hat starts spinning. Yeah, I remember when losing felt just like winning. Yeah, the foot on the floor beat pulls back the curtain. Suddenly we are back in that damn basement hall, shouting our over the kick drum, writing our secrets directly on the wall. We were chasers of low frequency dreams, running through shadows on quarter notice, bleeding our hearts in the 90 BPM seam, believing that passion was something that sticks. Now the sub bass rolls over the floor, and I am 19 in this jacket once more. Drop the snare, let the synth pad remain. Soft woven wool holding years of the stain. Swore that the pulse would never slow down, even when silence swept over this town. Every breath holds a promise we made before all the lights in the alleyway fade. Ooh, 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 ooh. We were chasers of low frequency dreams, running through shadows on quarter notice, bleeding our hearts in the 90 BPM seam, believing that passion was something that sticks. Now the sub bass rolls over the floor, and I am 19 in this jacket once more. Frayed corduroy underneath my thumb, listening close for where we started from. Still reaching for warmth in the reef, still learning to play and believe. Heavy scent decay takes the room. Digging yeah, 324 glows in crimson LED across the dashboard of a car I haven't bought yet. I can feel the leather warming deep beneath my palms, driving past the dark horizon where the ocean comes. We spent our 20s counting quarters at the laundromat, trading heavy shadows for a smaller habitat. But in my mind the bassline rose through open air, salt and velvet breeze tangled in your floating hair. Every long rap hit a deposit on the view, every broken beat was leading me to you. Listen to the kick drum steady in the floor. We aren't standing on the outside anymore. When we make it to the skyline stage and turn the final silver page, I look at you and say we made the time hold still. Deep bass thumping through the velvet night, bathing golden overhead light, living out the promise that we promised to fulfill. Yeah, young heart beating underneath the glass. We were built to last. I picture midnight parties where the ceiling opens wide. No more hiding panic under oversized coats. Inside we have a terrace looking down on all the city grids, remembering the days when we were hungry kids. Synthesizers warm like summer in our open ears, washing off the dust of 5 demanding gears. We wear the green silk jacket with the tailor-fitted seams, holding real gold instead of restless dreams. And every long night beat a deposit on the view, every broken beat was leading me to you. Listen to the kick drum steady in the floor. We aren't standing on the outside anymore. When we make it to the skyline stage and turn the final silver page, I look at you and say we made the time hold still. Oh, deep bass thumping through the velvet night, bathing golden overhead light, living out the promise that we promised to fulfill. Young heart beating underneath the glass. We were built to last. It isn't just about the money or the view from high above. It is proven that the struggle wasn't fiction to the ones we love. The bass drops heavy, lows up, frequencies vibrating deep. All the promises a younger version swore to keep. We are stepping through the velvet curtain, side by side, with nothing left to cover, nothing left to hide. 324 on a polished dashboard clock. We are finally standing where the waves meet rock. Feel the deep house pulsing through the floorboards now. We made it out somehow. We made it out somehow. Yeah. This bent paper clip on my wooden table holds together 3 rejection letters from June. I stare into the blue light glow, tracing edges of the plastic clock in my room. My 26 years feel heavy like wet wool, running through a bassline that vibrates low. Everyone I know is settling into suits, while I am chasing ghosts that only I can know. The pulse beneath the floorboards keeps time with my chest. A muffled 88 beats per minute, no rest. I promised my reflection I would give it one more year. If the echo does not answer, I will leave it here. I am trading sleep for a chance at light, spinning quiet dreams through the heavy night. Deep sub bass rolling in my solitary room. Youth is just a candle burning fast toward the gloom. I do not want a quiet safety net to catch my fall. I wanna build a kingdom or nothing at all. The silver clip reflects the ambient neon outside. It used to hold a budget that was stretched too thin. Now it sits beside my cold black coffee, a tiny metallic monument to where I begin. Friends leave voicemail messages about steady pay. I listen on speaker nodding as the audio plays. My ambitions are heavy, my pockets are light, but the rhythm in my headphones feels completely right. Is it foolishness to bet your 20s on a wave, to turn away from comfort for the path you crave? My fingers touch the code desk, feeling every groove. The bass drop hits and my shadows start to move. Ooh, I am trading sleep for a chance at light, spinning quiet dreams through the heavy night. Deep sub bass rolling in my solitary room. Youth is just a candle burning fast toward the gloom. I do not want a quiet safety net to catch my fall. I wanna build a kingdom or nothing at all. The paperclip stays right where I left it. Blue light fades into the 5 o'clock quiet. My heart is still beating to the sub bassline. The dream is still mine, still mine, mine, mine. A passing baseline rattles a storm drain outside your narrow window. Yeah. You sit on the edge of the mattress with blue light glowing on your palms. Another shift ended at midnight, another dream deferred till Sunday. I watch you trace the cracks in the plaster, counting the hours you traded away. You used to talk about burning the city down, with just a laptop and a vision. Now you just stare at the screen, waiting for a break in the noise. The bass rolls in from the avenue, pulling us back to life. Take off the heavy coat you carry everywhere. We still have miles left under these worn out sneakers. Run through the rhythm of the city night with me. Your vision was never meant to freeze inside this small room. Even when the deep bass fades into the pavement, I see the fire you keep tucked behind your quiet eyes. Yeah, you are bigger than the bills on the kitchen table. You are higher than the high rises blocking out the dark. The delivery engine purrs at the curb below your balcony. Steam rises off the wet asphalt while you sip cold instant tea. Remember when we swore we would never get caught in the 40-hour cycle? Your fingers tap out a tempo against the chip wooden frame. You think you lost the spark, but it is only resting in the shadow. I hear the beat inside your breathing, louder than the traffic outside. A bass rolls in from the avenue, pulling us back to life. Take off the heavy coat you carry everywhere. We still have miles left under these worn out sneakers. Run through the rhythm of the city night with me. Your vision was never meant to freeze inside the small room. Even when the deep bass fades into the pavement, I see the fire you keep tucked behind your quiet eyes. You are bigger than the bills on the kitchen table. You are higher than the high rises blocking out the dark. Drop the low frequency into your chest. Let the trap snare snap every doubt you held today. We are 20-something and exhausted, but the track is still playing. Step out onto the fire, escape and breathe the midnight air. I will hold the light while you're next to you. Burnt cinnamon drifts through the alleyway rain as Maya leans over her glowing glass lane. The scent of wet asphalt and dark roast beans fills up the kitchen of 20-something dreams. She clocks out at midnight with the grease-stained sleeve, holding a sketchbook she refuses to leave. Her sneakers hit puddles where streetlights explode, carrying vision down an empty bus road. The sub-bass reverberates deep in the chest, the low-frequency rhythm that refuses to rest. 500 miles from the hometown she knew, chasing the canvas painted midnight blue. She builds a sky out of LED thread, living the life that was trapped in her head. Through deep house tempo and 4 on the floor thumps. She runs through the dark till her heart rate jumps. Youth isn't lost when the darkness arrives. It lives in the neon where passion survives. A stranger sits near her on a late night train. Cold coffee, vapor mixing in with the rain. His headphones leak scent loops and traps so bounce, counting every second that the beat counts down. Two quiet dreamers in the silver car light, carving out a purpose from the edge of the night. The sub-bass reverberates deep in their chest, the low-frequency rhythm that refuses to rest. 500 miles from the hometowns they knew, chasing the canvas painted midnight blue. She builds a sky out of LED thread, living the life that was trapped in her head. Through deep house tempo and 4 on the floor thumps. She runs through the dark till her heart rate jumps. Youth isn't lost when the darkness arrives. It lives in the neon where passion survives. The smell of cold ozone when the doors slide wide. 1,000 hungry souls with nothing left to hide. They don't ask permission to bloom in the street, just a warm kick drum and a steady heartbeat. Burnt cinnamon fades as the night turns cold. Another quiet story waiting to be told. She opens up her book as the train speeds through and paints her whole world in midnight blue. A sudden question breaks the room. The silent apartment holds its breath in the dark. A digital clock glows lying against dusty glass. A cold glass of water rests untouched on the bedside shelf. Out the high-rise window, red taillights trail down the expressway. We stand frozen in the frame while the city hums below. Low sub-bass hums through the floorboards. Shadows stretch long across the polished concrete. You lean against the balcony railing. Screen light washing over your skin. We are chasing a vision built from midnight air. A cinematic pulse drives beneath our feet. The midnight city sparkles like a circuit board in bloom. Two young silhouettes catching fire against the glass. We trade our sleep for promises we mean to keep. Riding this heavy tempo down the endless avenue. Lens flare catches on wet asphalt down in the alley. A blue neon sign flickers across your leather sleeve. Steam rises from the grate in rhythm with the kick drum. You frame the skyline with your thumb and fingers, capturing a youth that refuses to freeze or fade. Low sub-bass hums through the floorboards. Shadows stretch long across the polished concrete. You lean against the balcony railing. Screen light washing over your skin. We are chasing a vision built from midnight air. A cinematic pulse drives beneath our feet. The midnight city sparkles like a circuit board in bloom. Two young silhouettes catching fire against the glass. We trade our sleep for promises we mean to keep. Riding this heavy tempo down the endless avenue. Slow zoom into the glowing horizon. Thousands of windows holding thousands of written scenes. No script but quiet for where this night takes us. Just the rhythmic thud of the bass moving through the chill. Every frame a story. Every breath a spark. Tail lights blur into the mist. The fog rolls over the downtown bridges. A quiet frame frozen right before the shift. We keep moving, still moving through the dark. Where does the ambition go when we fall asleep? It hangs above my bed like static on the music screen. Cold tea sitting on the glass table. Tick of the digital clock pulsing through my wrist. 26 years old and I still search for proof of who I am. Sub bass humming somewhere through the floorboards. Are we living up? Just collecting hours in the jar. I trace the glow on my phone screen, light images flicking past in quick succession. Validation at 3 in the morning, a phantom high that never really stays. We build castles out of late night thoughts, trying to outrun the shadow of our youth. Every unsaid dream floating in the dark, dancing with the questions that have no answers. We keep moving till the beat dissolves, looking for a future in a heavy room. Neon reflecting off my damp jacket sleeve. Taxi passing by, red tail lights cutting through the fog. Did I choose this path or did it choose me? Thoughts colliding like raindrops on a high-rise window. A friend's message unread for 3 whole days. I wanna give everything but I hold back my breath. You feels like a rented suit that doesn't quite fit. We build castles out of late night thoughts, trying to outrun the shadow of our youth. Every unsaid dream floating in the dark, dancing with the questions that have no answers. We keep moving till the beat dissolves, looking for a future in a heavy room. Filter keys playing a major chord in a minor song. Pressure building up in the center of my chest. What if the summit is just another empty view? Still we climb, still we reach, still we bleed for it. Let the bass hit, let the thought linger. Where does it go, 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 go? No answer in the room, just a low frequency vibration. Just us breathing into the dark, chasing tomorrow before tonight ends.